Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Utes will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Georgia's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Wants to throw. It's Kane. Finds the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to Johnson. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he'll bring it out, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Utah Utes offense will go to work for the first time today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the...
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Utah!
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Moving out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Not much working there. It'll be second and 9. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to move it through the air. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Working the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Hatchett. Makes his connection. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And the Utes decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Getting some heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Power football with the run. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Second and goal for the offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Kane. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chip. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Tackled there by the defense. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Utes will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He's going to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Working that left side now. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Scanning the field, it's Hatchett trying to get to him. A strike downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On first down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Dances away to buy time. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Handoff to the lone back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Hatchett. Lets it fly deep downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, Ben. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Utes get it past the sticks.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. The Utes have this offense rolling. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Looking to pass. It's Hatchett. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down. And
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, the offense dialing up the jet sweep, and I like that idea because this receiver, with his speed, you want to try to get him on the perimeter, put the ball in his hands and see what can happen.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. On the ground with the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
If you're going to complete passes throwing 4 verticals, your quarterback better have some arm talent. You could see the arm strength on display right there. He had to fit that football into a small window. He did exactly that.
Movement here from the tight end. With the run on first and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now it's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Looking downfield, it's Hatchett. Touchdown, Utah! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
It's first and 10 from the 31. The give to the single back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first down. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the number 2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Line getting set on second down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Quickly complete. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Kane. Looking to scramble. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Keeps it on the bootleg. He lost one down the sideline. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive. To understand, we've had success. We got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
They'll run the screen. Quick spin on the run. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Utes line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high percentage.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Let it bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Got it, looking for a first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The Utes have their offense in high gear.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. To the air, it's Hatchett. Buying some time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Escapes trouble. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Fires into traffic, picked off. Past the 50. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position. When you give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board, perfectly executed. What do you do? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Looking to throw, it's Hatchett. They're bringing heat. Under heat, he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd down, going up top. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Finds his big tight end. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He'll just keep slinging it. It's complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Hatchett. Pocket starts to collapse. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. They got it. Able to onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. Let's see what happens on third.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Finds his man, and they convert. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. From the red zone, looking for a space. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know